of being China's most polluted. In fact,
join me as I dive into my journey of a change of ways behind China, and I will share the surprising reasons behind my shift in perspective. If it is your first time visiting my channel, my name is Duke. I want to tell you why I stopped defending China. For years, if I saw a misleading comment or a negative news segment about China online, I felt this urge to jump in, to correct the record, to defend, but recently I stopped. And ironically, I feel that life here is being told effectively than before. And here's why. When I told my family I was about to visit China, I remembered vividly what one of my uncles said. Why do you want to visit China? Why don't you go to the US or to one of these European countries? Why China? I faced a lot of challenges back then because they would only support my trip if I could convince them that China wasn't the way they thought. I had a friend here who had been living in China for over a year. I had to ask him to send me pictures of the road network, the building infrastructure, the food, and to show me how Chinese people treat foreigners. Even after he sent all that, my family wasn't still convinced it was really China. In their minds, the place he was showing couldn't be the same China they knew from the news. You see, the global narrative about China for many years was filled with misconceptions. For a long time, knowing about China was something many people never wanted to do. Most of us were only fed biased stories about how poor, nasty, backward China was. Many news outlets were bent on painting China as a villain for decades, but now that line of thinking is finally being broken. Fast forward to today's world with visa-free access to China for many nationalities, and with China playing a key role in the global economy, the old propaganda machine seems to be failing. For example, when the YouTube content creator Speed visited China and shared his experiences, many people outside China saw a more real, nuanced country through his lens. Now, videos keep popping up from all kinds of people showing what China is really like and how they feel they were misled by their own media. You see, I no longer feel that urge to defend China. More importantly, what I call the anti-China ecosystem in Western media is losing its grip. The relentless campaign to drag China's name through the mud is being exposed as a massive flawed project. People are now finally getting the chance to rethink their views. Another key point is the fact that the younger generation is just too smart to be fooled by words and manipulated images. People nowadays want to travel and see the world for themselves. They crave first-hand experience. Yes. Furthermore, platforms like YouTube, TikTok, and Douyin are now doing the heavy lifting. They showcase China's current reality and development in a way news never could. Instead of relying on a few gatekeepers, people now have the power to create the narrative themselves, and most of it is based on real daily life. Another major reason is the fact that overseas Chinese workers and international students share their lives in China with friends back home, dissolving any preconceived notions in the most personal way possible. So, by constantly being on the defensive, I was playing a losing game. I was letting others set the topic, making the conversation always about their accusations, not their reality. So my job isn't to be a defender anymore. It is to be a curator, a sharer, to simplify those authentic voices, The real defense is now in the hands of millions of people holding up their phones and simply saying, look man, this is my normal. And that's much more powerful argument. Finally, I moved to China, and after moving here, I had to manage to clear out their preconceived notions they had about China, which was created by the Western media. From time to time, I keep updating them on how things are moving here in China. The streets, the cities, the food, wherever you are, I urge you to stand aside preconceived notions about any country. If you can, go and see it for yourself. Let the authentic voices be loud. We no longer have to bow to outdated propaganda machines. Have you noticed this shift? Do you find these slides of live videos more effective than traditional news? I would love to read your thoughts in the comments below on what you thought about China before and what you think now. Also, I recommend you to watch my video on my first time in China for my personal experience. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any more content like this. Subscribe for more. Until then, see you in the next one. Ciao. I'm out.